Hey y'all. Take that down. Hey, can y'all hear me? Hello. Hey, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? Hey Panama. Hey TNT. And thank you, Panama. How you been doing? I gotta catch up on you over there, girl. Gotta catch up on your lives and video. How you been doing? I've been doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Testimony Tuesday talk. Testimony Tuesday is like we can talk about things that going on. If you want to share your testimony, anything you have gotten in the past few days, or you just want to just say, Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning. But I just wanted to show some awareness on domestic violence because October is winding down. We got a few more days in October, so October is domestic violence awareness month. I have shared a couple of things on that, and I also have did some breast cancer awareness because that's what I do over here. I show a lot of wellness, awareness, positivity, try to do things to lift myself along with others. And today I haven't just have talk where people can come up on the panel if they want to share a testimony, whether it's concerning your health or if you got something, if you want a car, if you anything that you want to share. uh thank y'all for sharing me out. Thank y'all share. You are so she's awesome. I love all my mods over here. We are the Georgia Troopers over here. um my channel is a open channel. No one be judged over here because I feel like you can come to my channel, we can talk. I think we help each other out in that way. Just like my channel, I consider my channel like a therapy session sometimes. If you can come up and you want to share some things and you don't be judged. And I admire my sister Panama because she does a lot of different things on her channel. She have open panel. I mean, she invites you on her chat to share how you feel about things. And she does awesome things on her channel along with TNT. So today I just want to share a testimony. I just want to say my testimony. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning. And that's everybody's testimony in the chat. Because y'all know without God, it was not possible. That alarm clock did not wake you up this morning. It was God that woke us up this morning. So I want to thank him for that. And I also want to thank God for continuing to give me the strength. 2 weeks ago, I was dealing with the flu. I was feeling pretty bad. But I thank God today, 10, 11 days out. I still have a little congestion every now and then, but I'm not compared to how I was 2 weeks ago. And God is so good. I pray and ask God to strengthen me daily, because I does deal with other health issues, but he's my savior. He's the one giving me the strength to get up in this chair every day or whenever I decide to go live and talk to y'all. Because, we have to give him all the glory all the way around. Hey, Miss April, how you doing? That's Miss April, y'all. She was on here last week telling her testimony. If y'all missed that live, y'all should see it. Good to see you, Miss April. Hey, Ruthie, good to see you. And everybody, I want everybody to wish Ruthie's husband a happy birthday. Everyone should know him. And I know she told me to connect with her husband. And I had no idea her husband was SL Effect. So he's one of my mods over here. I think he's a mod over here too. So y'all wish Ruthie's husband a happy birthday. His name is SL Effect, and I'm sure some of y'all are connected with him. So at this time, can y'all wish Ruthie's husband a happy birthday? He's one of the Georgia Troopers over here also. So wish her husband a happy birthday. And y'all know how we do over here. Y'all connect with each other. Hey, Steve, good to see you. It's Testimony Tuesday, and today is a day we just talk. We share the goodness of the Lord or what God has done for us. If God had did something for you this morning, you want to come up here and tell me about it, come up here and give God the glory. And it's also domestic violence awareness, and I want to touch on that too, because the domestic violence is going on every day, y'all. There are people out there going through domestic violence in an abusive relationship. They don't know how to get out of it. If I got any overcomers in the chat, anybody that have dealt with uh, domestic violence, if you want to come up and share your testimony, tell me, how was you an overcomer? That is my topic today. Are you an overcomer? Have you overcome over something that you've been praying about? That's something that you know God been in the midst of everything you do, because I always tell everybody you should put God first in everything you do. When I was down with that flu a week ago, I was praying and I was asking God to strengthen me, to give me that strength to be able to come back strong. I dealt with that flu for about 8 days, y'all. I was crying, I was panicking, I was in pain, but I knew God was my savior and I knew I was going to come out of it. But you got to have that faith. You got to have that faith to have to keep putting God first in everything you do. Y'all make sure y'all connect down there. Wish SL Effect a happy birthday. He is Ruthie's husband. I'm sure a lot of y'all, someone can go get SL Effect link. Y'all make sure y'all connect with him. Wish him a happy birthday, y'all. Wish him a happy birthday over here. And do anybody have a testimony they want to share? Is anybody overcomer from domestic violence? Because it's a lot of people that are dealing with domestic violence, everybody. A lot of people can't talk about it because it's personal to some people, but we watch the news every day. We see on the internet how people are getting abused, and you can be abused by words. Your words can abuse a person. Hey, Simply Saver, good to see you. You can abuse a person by your words. It don't have to be you touching them. Your words. A lot of people saying words don't hurt, but a lot of people can't accept criticism. A lot of people can't accept being mistreated. Your words does hurt. So my testimony this morning, I just want to thank God, just thank him for continuing giving me the strength every morning to wake up out of my bed, even though there are some things I still got to get better at. But I ask him to make me stronger each and every day. So if anybody got a testimony they want to share today, whether it's concerning your health, if it's something good has happened to you, if it's something you've been praying about and God has delivered it for you, you can come up here and share to everybody. You won't be judged no matter what okay, TNT sweetie, no matter what they say, you pray without ceasing. We have to pray for some of these things. When I was down and sick, and the things I still deal with daily, I keep praying. I keep asking God to save me. I'm not ashamed to tell nobody. I need God in my life every single day of my life. Is anybody in the chat can say, put in the chat if you need God every day in your life? I want to see how many people like me. How many of y'all know y'all need God in y'all life every single day? Am I the only one feel that way? Am I the only one say I need God in my life every day? I'm not ashamed to tell nobody. I need him every single day of my life. I ask him for protection, overnight protection for me and my family. I pray for my friends. I pray for my family. If you need God every day in your life, can I just see that in my chat? Just say, I need God in my life. I'm not ashamed to tell no one I need God in my life. Right now, tomorrow, next week, all year, I need him every single day. And I'm not ashamed to tell no one. He is my savior. He brought me from, I was down and out to where I'm at today. I don't have a whole lot, but I thank God for what I does have. And those things that you does have, they will multiply as long as you're doing right by the people that you're with God sees and he does everything. He knows exactly what everybody's going through. Don't never think God does not see things going on out here in this world. He see this COVID. He see this flu. He see people being abused. He see it. He see it. So today I just open my chat, my panel for people to come up, share. If you got something you want you want to glorify, give God to glorify, share it. One thing about me, I don't try to get in nobody's personal business. When people come on my panel, I always tell them, if you're comfortable talking about what you go through, can no one sit over here and say, I judge no one? And I don't think no one in my chat judge no one, because we all have trials and tribulations. Because if you need God in your life right now, say it. I know I need him. I need him every single day. Every single day. So today is Testimony Tuesday Talk, where we talk about your testimonies. We talk about things. Are you an overcomer? If you don't want to come in on the panel, if you don't want to come, I'm trying to read our comments. If you don't want to come on the panel and say you're an overcomer, if you don't want to, you could put in the chat and put it in a comment to let me know, what have you overcome and what are you praying for? Are you getting? Sometimes we can pray so hard and it might not come right then, but it's coming. That's what our faith come in at. That's why our faith come in at. We have to keep trusting and believing that those things will come to turn. No, I'm not a preacher, but I love talking about God, because why not talk about his goodness? Why not talk about the glory of him? Because I know without him in my life, I know these things wouldn't be possible. So today, we wishing one of my mods, SL Effect, a happy birthday. I think he's still a mod over here. That is Ruthie husband, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all connect with SL Effect. He's Ruthie's husband. Give him some birthday love. Wish him happy birthday. I'm sure if you're connected with him, he will probably do something on his channel. And then Ruthie, she had put on her community wall. And congrats to Ruthie, she got her community wall. I'm just trying to read y'all chat. If anybody want to come up on the panel and share about them being an overcomer, anything, either health, domestic violence, anything in that order, because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I will put the link in the chat if anybody want to come up. You won't be judged for your testimony or anything you want to share. Anybody want to come up and share their testimony? If you're an overcomer or anything, you're welcome to come up. Mods, just make sure everybody be respectful down in the chat. If anybody does come on the panel, show them, make sure they be respected. There's the link. If anybody want to come up, I would love to hear from someone. My channel is an open channel. I like to inspire myself along with others. So when you come over here, just feel like you're at home. You just feel like I'm your sister, mama, whatever, auntie, however you see me as. But I am a child of God. That's one thing for sure. I am a child of God. Thank y'all for dropping those links down there. I'm just reading some of y'all comments. TNT said, I am an overcomer being in a abusive relationship. And the way I overcome, it was by the grace of God. Hallelujah. That's right, Ruthie. I mean, not Ruthie. That's right, TNT. She said she is a overcomer, everybody. Do I have any more overcomers in the chat? I gotta I'm trying to go and read the comments. We have any more overcomers in the chat? It can be your health, your financial situation. Panama said, I am an overcomer of the domestic violence. God is so good. Can you come up and share? Or you're not where you can share it, Panama? You're welcome to come up if you want to share your testimony or you want to just share, look something. I don't want to put nobody in no position where they can't talk about it because a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't open up about things that because it's personal, and I can respect that. And my channel is not trying to get in nobody's business. My channel is like a opening channel to lift you up. Because there's somebody out there that's going through domestic violence, but they're afraid to come up and speak and they're afraid to leave that person. So for y'all to be overcomers, did it take y'all a long time to leave? Because I'm married. I've been married 31 years. Yes, me and my husband, we don't agree on everything. And we might have some spits and spats, but we know how far to go. He never hit me. Or he might have said, we both have probably said things when we was younger. We all say, like they said, we all have been young and dumb. But it's just how far you take these things. You see what I'm saying? And put some purple hearts in the chat because the purple hearts represent domestic violence. Purple hearts represent domestic. If you got purple hearts in your emojis, put purple hearts up for me. That's represent this lady. Well, hello, my sister.
Hello, let me turn this off.
Let
All
me
right. How you
put
doing?
some purple hearts in the chat for this. Is purple hearts represent domestic violence. How you doing? I've been missing you, my sister. You know how we do.
I'm just
We've been
tired.
trying. Look, you know what, Lee? Since I've been buddy ties, I already knew it took a lot of work, but it's a lot of work trying to keep this channel going.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes,
a
it
lot of
is.
work.
Yes,
So
it is.
hello. Introduce yourself. I sit on the phone.
Well, for those who don't know me, yes, I'm AKA Lee, AKA Panama City. Yes, that's who I am. I'm just tired working in my yard, and I see SNL Effect. Happy born day to you. And of
Yes, with our brother, happy birthday. And that's Ruthie husband. Did you know that was Ruthie
No, I did
husband?
not. No, I did not till just now. But congratulations.
Yes.
The
Happy birthday, my brother.
yes.
But
Happy
yeah,
birthday. Yeah.
this is Panama up here, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all drop her link. This is my sister. We've been connected for so long, and she's an awesome person, y'all. If
Thank
y'all
you.
haven't, if y'all
Yeah.
haven't joined her family, her YouTube family, she's got the go-getters over there, and I am one of. And you,
Yes,
and you
you
one of my
are.
Georgia troopers. You one of
Yes,
my
you
Georgia troopers.
are.
And
Thank you.
today is Testimony Tuesday talk. You know what I do over here. I like to somebody else that came up here. Steve, come on, let's join the party.
All right.
We got Steve up
Hey,
here, everybody.
Steve.
Hey,
How you
Steve.
doing?
I'm good.
Today is Testimony Tuesday, and Steve, you have been on before. This is Steve Gilmore, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all must make sure y'all have these two links down there for everybody to connect with them if they have not already. Steve has shared a testimony over here before too. But today I just wanted to see what are if you're overcome or even from domestic violence or anything you have overcome, can you share? But I'm gonna let Panama go first since she came up on first. Okay, Panama, you can continue.
Well, I'm going to talk with one about one of my cousins who had went through a real bad
Mm-hmm.
case of domestic violence where she had an order of protection.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-mm.
her baby daddy, he shot her and left her for dead. Then he turned the
Wow.
gun on himself and killed himself. But God is good. It wasn't her time to go, even though she had to
Woo.
learn to talk and everything all over again. But she survived it. She
Mm-hmm.
went through many years of therapy. So domestic violence is not something that should take lightly. But back in the days, we didn't have all the rights that we have now to protect you through domestic violence. I was a teenage domestic violence relationship. Yes, I was. I was a teenager, but I was smart enough to get away from it at an early age. So domestic
Mm-hmm.
violence is something that I do not joke about. It's very serious, and I'm gonna say,
Yes.
ladies, because men don't like to come forward because there are so many men that also being abused in a relationship,
Yes, yes.
but a lot of men don't like to talk about it. I know this guy and his wife used to beat him beside his head all the time with a frying pan, with a frying pan.
What?
Yeah. And he said, well, I'm just used to being beat on. I'm like,
Mm.
wow,
Mm.
wow. So there are men's that being
That's
abused
good.
just as much as women's. But I always tell you, like I said, I was young. I was young when I went through mine, but I was smart enough to walk away. A lot of
Right.
us to the things that, but he loves me or she loves me. They don't want to hurt me because they love me, but I'm in love with them. Or I hear women go, but nobody's not gonna want me because I got 3 kids, 2 kids, 4 kids, whatever the case might be. It doesn't
Mm.
matter how many children you have. What matters is that you have to get away from it because
That's right.
Yes.
the damage that you go through, like for myself, the damage I went through at a young woman, it could have affected me for the rest of my life. But like I said, I was
Yes.
smart enough. I'm not calling nobody dumb. Please don't take it the wrong way. But I
Mm-hmm.
knew I was not raised that type of way. My family did not raise us to be abused and beat on. So I knew at a young age to
Mm-hmm.
get away from it while I could. Believe it or not,
Wow.
my ex, he is now a preacher. Yes, he is a
Mm-hmm.
minister, and he asked for forgiveness. When you're
Okay.
young, like I said, we was teenagers when I went through this. The jealousy stuff and all that kind of stuff. But
Mm.
even that mentally, even if it's not physical, but mentally, it can cause a lot of damage for the rest of your
I'm
life.
sure it did.
I always
So
say,
how did you, okay, even though it happened to you at a young age and you said you walked it away, did it take you a long time to, even though you was young, but you knew that that wasn't a healthy, safe relationship? Did it take you a long time to realize, look, I can't take it no more? And I'm sorry to hear
no,
that about your cousin. I'm glad she's doing
yeah,
well, the lady you was
mhm,
talking about earlier. So
right,
did
yeah,
it
she
take you a
traveled the
long
world.
time to walk away, or did you just, well, just decided one day, look, I just can't take it no more?
No, when I
Mm.
knew I had to walk away, I had picked up a knife to stab him, and his father grabbed the knife from
Woo.
me, and he said he's not worth it. I was always a fighter. I was raised with all boys, so I learned to fight at an early age. Even
Wow.
though he was, yeah. So of course, if he wanted to hurt me, he could have hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he tried to hurt me. I
Mm.
can laugh about it.
Oh.
It's not like it mattered. To be honest with you. I just knew at an early age that I knew this was not how I was born to be. I was not born to be a punching bag, or
Yeah.
or afraid to walk down the street. He see you talk to another man, the first thing he wants to attack. I remember I used to
Woo.
work, and I couldn't even work. The first thing they would say, "Your husband is at the door looking in." He used to
Mm.
stare at
Mm-hmm.
me, make sure I wasn't talking to anybody. He would watch every move that I
Wow.
made. So,
Mm.
and like I said, I went through this I mean, I wasn't even 20 years old. I left home at an early age, right? So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, I got in a relationship at an early age, but I knew that I was not raised to be that type of person. So,
Yes.
when I pick up that knife, that's when I knew it was time for me to leave because it
Yeah.
was to the point where either he was going to die or I was going to die. And
Mm. Yeah.
when you started feeling that, it's cute at first, oh, he loves me. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, thank God, I never
Jeez.
walk around no black eye. I never walk around no busted lips or anything like that. But anytime
Yeah.
a man or a woman put their hands on you, that's not love. That's not love. That's control.
Coward too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's control. And I would
Oh
tell
my
anybody,
God.
if you're in a relationship like that, get away from it because you might not have that next day to be able to wake up to talk about it. Like I said, I had to forgive him in order for me to live
Hmm.
my life. And I was able to.
Okay.
We're not
So
best
how are
friends.
y'all today, even though that
Oh,
happened at a young age? So
we are
how are
great.
y'all today?
We are
That's
great.
awesome.
We get along good. And like I told him, I forgave him. I
Hmm.
forgave him. But
Hmm.
I didn't forgive him
Mm.
overnight. It wasn't something that happened overnight because I didn't live in terror because one thing I was never a person that was afraid. But I knew
Hmm.
because he sometimes I'm not trying to take sides for the person who's the abuser, but
Hmm.
sometimes when they have a lot of pressure on them,
Mm.
Yeah.
they take their anger out on their loved one, which is wrong. But
Yes.
that's what happened with
Very
me.
wrong.
He would take his anger,
Mm.
he would have problem with his family, his siblings, whatever. Instead of taking
Hmm.
out on them, I would be his punching
I
bag.
wonder why people do that though. I
Yeah,
wonder
yeah.
why they do that. They,
But his,
you
but
know.
his was, well, his problem was, and I did not know because I was naive. Yes, I was. I live a out shelter life. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys because I knew the streets, but I didn't know the streets. I didn't know about drugs and alcohol and the different
Mm-hmm.
types of drugs out there. And he was on it. I did not know.
Mm.
Wow.
I remember when he hung me out the window from the 6th story window by my,
Woo!
by my
Oh my
leg.
goodness,
And then
girl.
the next day, he did not remember what he had done. That's when I knew it was time for me to go, because I would have ended down on
Lord.
that ground flatter, because he did not remember what he did because he was high.
Woo.
And like I
Mm,
said, a teenager, I didn't know about drugs. I never been in drugs. I never used drugs. But for someone to say, well, your life is not that important to me, it's
mm,
time, it's time to go away from it, because, yeah. So that's why I said I try to understand teenager, because I was a teenage mom. I don't, like I said,
yeah.
life as a
You
learning
are
experience.
a overcomer, and
Yes. Yes.
I appreciate you for sharing that. Oh my God. I'm glad that you did overcome, and you like on your show, you always do your shows, but I'm not alone, and all that comes with, and I'm sure that all that you went through, it affected you mentally. I know it had to.
Oh
So
yeah.
Steve,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let Steve jump in, and he might want to, on a man's point of view about domestic violence, or if he got anything he want to share, just to share of him being any kind of overcomer or anything. So this is
Mhm.
Steve Gilmore up here in Panama City. In Panama, I love you so much. You're a
Thank
strong
you.
lady. So
Thank you.
Steve, go ahead, Steve. Tell everybody who you are, and then light on some of the things that you already have heard, and you can either share some if you're overcome about anything. So
Right.
go ahead, Steve.
That's what. First of all, my name is Steve Gilmore. That's the name of my channel, Steve Gilmore YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about motivation, education,
Tap
uplifting,
dancing. Don't forget
uplifting,
about
and
the
I'm out
tap
here.
dance.
Yeah, the tap. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I do the tapping on Saturday nights at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
but and the first thing I want to say is I want to shout Miss Lee out because she's a very nice lady, and
Mm-hmm.
I thank God that you didn't use that knife because you could be in prison right now. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
See, but
yes.
God had different plans for your life. That's why you didn't use that knife. Yes.
Absolutely.
No, the reason I didn't use that knife, because God bless him, my father-in-law grabbed my hand.
Oh,
Woo.
So
but still.
he said no. He said he told me, he said he's not worth it. But that's what I knew I
Right.
needed to make a change in my life.
Exactly.
I did not grow up in an abusive family where we was being abused at home. So for me to
Mm-hmm.
allow someone else to abuse me, I just couldn't see it. And to this day, if you ask her, he would tell you the reason why we fought, because she thought she was just as much of a man as I was. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you raise your hand to me like a man. I'm gonna raise mine back like a man. So,
Wow.
you know,
Uh,
I don't tell people I'm tough. I was raised with all boys. Between my uncles and my brothers, I had to learn to fight.
Mm-hmm. I was raised up with 5 brothers
but
too, honey.
Yeah. So you have to learn.
but
That don't give you a reason to hit on. Nobody
That's
should put their
right.
hands on anyone. No one should put their
Absolutely.
hands on anyone.
but I don't know if everybody have heard my testimony about the time I was robbed at gunpoint. That was like
Mm,
30 something years ago.
you're right.
Okay,
The
share it
guys made
again.
but the guys they made me lay down on the ground.
Mm, mm, mm,
Stuck the gun to my head, pulled the trigger, and the gun
mm.
jammed. So I know that was God, right?
That's right. That's
Woo.
right.
I'm not.
Nobody but God.
That's right. Yes, it is.
Every day I think about this. I'm not even supposed to be here right now talking with y'all.
Woo.
Mhm.
That was God. See, God had different plans for my life.
That's right. Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yes,
did.
Yes,
He
he
had
did.
different plans.
Hmm.
So now I'm here doing what He want me to do. He asked me to push His word. This is what I
Mm-hmm.
do on a daily basis. I push His word.
Hmm.
You know, yeah. I'm on assignment right now for God. Yes, I'm doing
All right
kingdom work.
then.
Yes, oh yeah. I couldn't be doing nothing no better.
Hmm.
Yeah, because we all need God in our life,
Yes, we
especially the
did.
time. I mean, the times that we're living in right now. Everybody needs Jesus, man.
We
Because
all do. Like I said, I ain't
we're
ashamed to tell nobody I need God. I need him every
right.
single day of my life.
That's right. He said, if you be ashamed of Him, He'll be ashamed of you also. See, we
Mm,
can't be ashamed of Him. We can't be
That's
ashamed.
right.
Look how He died on that cross for us. Why should we be ashamed of Him? Look at the whipping that He took for us.
Amen.
Huh?
So still ask you a question. When they put you at gunpoint, I know mentally. How did you? I know you overcome from it, but did it take you a while mentally? I'm sure it
Oh
did.
yeah,
Did
yeah,
it take
yeah.
you a while mentally to just get back? Because I know every time you went to sleep, you
Oh
thought
yeah.
about it. And I know probably every day you got up
Listen,
and thank God for sparing you, because that is a testimony. Somebody got a gun to your head, finna pull the trigger, and it's right there and you see it. That ain't nobody
hmm
but God. So did it take you a
Nope.
while mentally to get
Yeah, of
right?
course. I mean, like I was traumatized for a few years. You know,
Ooh,
I was I was kind of scared to go outside for a while, right? After that
wow,
happened. Yeah.
wow.
Well, that's like I said, it's something that you don't get over. Like with myself, you know, my ex and I, we can still talk to this day. And he was a little upset when I told it because my son was a baby when I left. When I left
Mm-hmm.
him, but I was able to sit down and talk to my son, and I told him everything that I've been through. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I told my son everything that I've been through, and
Mm-hmm.
that don't that don't mean that he gonna love his father less. You
Right.
know, but I always tell my son, if you get into that situation with your wife, if she drive you to a point where you feel like you need to lift your hands, walk away. It don't make
That's
you a
right.
punk. Walk away, take a long walk, breathe, come back, and then y'all sit down and talk about it. And I'm happy.
Yes,
My son been married for over 20 plus years now, so I
See,
know.
the thing of it is, people can change.
Yeah,
Everybody deserves a second chance. You know,
I'm sorry. Everybody's calling.
so that's what I'm saying.
yeah, me too. Everybody want to
He
call.
even he deserves a second chance, regardless to what he did. He deserves a second
Hmm.
chance also. And like I said, people can change, and you see how he's changed over the years, right, Miss Lee? Yeah.
And that's
So
good, Lee, that you did. Did you have thoughts not to forgive him, or I know that was the right thing to do, because people don't realize forgiveness, because God had said forgive like I have forgave you. And people don't realize when you forgive people, it's for you. That would
that's right.
make you feel better. It's not like you making that other person feel better. That's something that you have to do. And I
Right.
think if a lot of people would forgive people, they would probably have a peace of mind, a better life. But you know what I'm saying. So did it dawn on you not to forgive him, or
Well,
did you just say, look?
I'll say this for my son's sake, I had to forgive his father. But they say you can
Mhm.
forgive, but you can forgive, but you don't forget.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
hurt and pain don't never go away. No
That's
matter
right.
how deep inside it might be deep down, but God
Mhm.
forbid, like you said, you get into another relationship, and the first time they raise their voice, the first time they lift their hands, you're gonna have a flashback, and you're
Right.
gonna say,
Yeah.
"Oh no, this is not gonna happen again." So you could smile. Always tell people we hide behind masks every day. Everybody
Yeah.
wear a mask. We all got a mask on right now. But what's really going
True.
on behind that mask? What's really going on
Exactly.
behind that mask? Like I said, I always tell people, you can fool people all the time, but you can never fool God.
Thank
The
you.
Lord know what you're going through. It's
I
how
don't
you're
know
gonna.
if y'all
It's like it's like
remember.
I'm sorry. It's like a recovered addict. You got to take it
Hmm.
one day at a time. It might take many, many
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But in order for you to go on with your life, you have to be a forgiving person. It don't mean
That's
that you're
right.
gonna forget. It's something you're not gonna forget. I watched
Absolute.
my cousin. Like I said, my cousin was shot and left for dead.
Mm.
And then he turned the gun
Woo.
on his son. And the worst part was
Wow.
they had a little girl, my little cousin. They took her away, his family, because he lost his life, but he the one that took his own life. But his
Mm.
family
Mm.
fought for
Mm.
custody of her daughter. Because my cousin was left for dead. She had to learn to
Wow.
talk and everything. Now she go worldwide and she talk on domestic violence. You know,
That's awesome.
Mm.
God kept her here.
but
You
her
know,
daughter came back to her. Though. Her daughter was able. I think she was like 14 years old, and she wanted to make
wow.
that decision to go stay back with her mother. So she ended up getting her daughter back. But look how many years. 'Cause I think her daughter's like 3 years old when she lost her daughter to his family. Because the family felt like they wanted a part of him, and the only
Okay.
part they had was the daughter. But now you're hurting the mother again. The mother is fighting
Yeah.
for her life to recover, and now you're taking the only thing that she had. and that's how.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That was hurt. Well,
it
I don't know
was.
if y'all probably heard me say about when I was 8 years old, I was molested. I was raped from a relative. You might have heard me. Have y'all heard me talk about that?
Mm-mm.
And
Nah.
I often wondered what would I do if I were to see my cousin again.
Hmm.
You know, I'm 53 years old and it still haunts me today.
They'll
It
say it's
still
never gonna
haunts
leave
me
you.
today.
You know, like I said, when
Um,
you go through any type of, you go, you when once you are traumatized,
mhm.
it's not like I
I
said,
mean,
you
it's
can
not as
forget, but you
bad,
never
but
forget.
it always in my mind,
But do you
especially when
forgive?
I see my children, my granddaughters and grandson, because it's some sick people out here in the world. Your own relatives do those things to you. And as I got older, I always had said I'm not going when I was 8, I didn't know nothing about sex. I'm just gonna tell you, I didn't
Right.
know nothing about no sex at no 8 years old. He
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
violated me. He came in the room where I was. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I don't like my children. I didn't even want my children spending the night with people. And I don't like my grandchildren. My daughter be like, Mama, you gotta loosen up some. You gotta loosen up some. It ain't like
Mm.
that. Yes, it is. It's still like that today. People are still
Right.
violating children.
Of
But
course
they
they
be
will.
telling me I'm so protected, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
because that
Yeah.
happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm an
Mm.
overcomer. I am a overcomer though. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, when I did see him when I got older, I was wondering what would I say? How would I feel? You know what I did? I spoke to him. He did his time. He did his
Mm.
time. I spoke to him. I didn't tell him in his face I forgave him, but I did. I forgave
Right.
him because of the fact that the person I am, but it always sticks in my mind. It always sticks in my mind because he violated me. And I think
Mm.
once you forgive people, you might can move on, and then again, it gonna always stick. It gonna always stick in your mind.
Right.
And that's
Mm.
why I was saying you could forgive a person, but you would never forget what you've been through. You know, you will never forget what you've been through.
Mhm.
And like I said, a lot of the young girls, like I said, I was a teenage mom. Well, technically, yes, I was a teenage mom, and I've been
Mm.
on my own since an early age. And the abuse did not start right away. Well, actually,
Mhm.
Right.
technically it did, because I remember we were just dating. I remember the first time he smacked me. I never forget the first
Wow.
time he smacked me, and we got into a physical fight. My aunt, she broke us up, because I was always a
Mhm.
fighter. I was raised with
Yeah.
all, so a man could not hit me, a boy could not hit me, because I fight like a man. I know how to throw us up the deuce. So
I believe it.
hold
Mm-hmm.
down, so my aunt and some other people, they pulled us apart because we was fighting, and but right then I should have knew, because we was just talking then. We was even, it wasn't even a heavy relationship. We was just
Mm.
talking. So right there I should knew that he was a violent person. But of course,
Right.
Yeah.
that was the only time that he ever put his hand on me. But now he was good. Then after I had my son, he just did a
Mhm.
360 again. Like he had a flashback from way back when. I mean, you talking about 2 years went by, we had a good
Mhm.
relationship, and all of a sudden he became violent. And
Wow.
the first time, like, okay, it was like an argument, pushing and shoving. It wasn't no fighting, but it
Right.
became. See, what I messed up was
Those
control.
verbal words hurt too.
Right. No, what I messed up was like, well, I don't want you to go nowhere until I come home from work, and then we go together. Not
Mhm.
realizing it was a form of controlling.
Mm.
If
Yeah, yeah,
I want to
yeah.
go somewhere, I had to go out with his parents or his siblings or something like that. It was a form of
Wow.
controlling, and I was like, okay, I didn't think nothing of it, but I was
Mm.
giving
Yeah.
him control. And then when I decided to break that control, it became physical,
Mm.
and that's when I lost it. I said, oh no. I never was a punching bag. I'm not about to start being a punching bag. So I thank God that I wasn't one of those women that go, but he loves me. I'm walking around with a
Mhm.
black eye. I'm walking around with a
Mm.
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're walking around with a broken arm or broken limbs. No, I was
Mm.
smart enough to say, uh-uh, I don't like
Enough
this.
is enough.
I don't like this. No, it didn't take me months and years to go through it. It only took me a couple of times to say, this man is crazy. you know,
That's
and
right.
I knew to walk away from. But see, where we mess up, and not just women, men's go through it too. You
Mm-hmm.
give that control when you start to beg. And like I tell people, don't get me wrong, I would never tell anyone. My mother always said my thing is that I'm too independent, and I am. I'm a very independent woman, but because
Mm-hmm.
I'm so independent, I don't allow anyone to step over me, and that have a
That's
lot to
right.
do.
That's
They have a
right.
lot to do with what I went through. Because I remember when he said, "Well, you can leave, but you can't take anything I gave you." You know,
Mm.
What?
anything that he
And
bought
that's
me,
how they do. That's
it was
this
control.
they try to throw that in your face. But I'm gonna
Yes.
ask you a question. As your son got older, you know how boys are. And I know I have my son is right here too. And he can tell you if he felt like, like I said, I'm married. I've been married 31 years, and we gonna disagree, or we might have a little argument. And my son will tell you when my son was little, he be like, "Why you messing with my mama?" Was your son like? Did he ever have to say anything to his
No,
dad
my
about
son.
you,
No,
or
like I said, I was smart enough to leave. My son was even, he was still a baby when I left.
okay,
Mm.
So
okay,
my son never experienced that. My son did not find out the abuse that I went through with his father until he became a grown man and I set my son down. My son was probably like in his 30s when I told him. He never knew the relationship I
I
had
said
because
my son is a mama boy. His big butt in there.
my son father and I, we have a close relationship now.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We had a
Well,
close
that's
relationship
good. That is
after,
good
after
that y'all.
after I
Yeah.
left them, we was able to. I mean, many times, I tried to go back, and I said I can't go back because once a person showed me a violent side of them, to me, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they will never change. That's how I feel. I don't
So,
care.
Steve, have you what as on a man point of view? Uh, how do you feel about domestic violence? Would you rather just walk away? I mean, cause men does get like Panama said, men does get abused too. Whether
Mm.
a woman can abuse them by putting them
Mentally.
down as a man. I'm gonna tell you about one thing about a man. I know my husband, he have pride, and men does have pride. They want men's are to be the breadwinner as we speak, but we know these days women's are doing it by themselves. But a lot of
Right.
men can't accept women's are out here doing their own thing. They
Right.
some men's are jealous of women because of their independence. So
Mm.
how do you feel about that in that order, like in that about domestic violence when it come down to men and women? How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if a woman is abusing a man, I mean, the best thing for the male to do is just walk away, man, because it's not worth you going to jail or something of that nature. Just walk away because it's not worth it. On either side, just walk away on both sides.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But us women got it going on now. Ain't that right, Panama? We can do that thing now.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Right. Right.
I'm not trying to take a man's side because I seen, like I said, I come from a large family, so I seen
Mm,
both sides between relative and even friends or whatever, where I would see a woman jump up in a man face. I don't care, that man could be this big and that woman could be
Hmm.
double the size, but that woman would jump up in that man face and disrespect that man, and then when he hit her, she'd be like, "Oh no, can you believe you hit me?" But
yeah,
sometimes our mouth get us in trouble. And no, I do not say that is right, but let that man be the king of the house. Let him be your king, and you learn to be that queen. And we
yeah,
forget
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like I said, we was not made to be animals. We are not
True.
Right.
animals. So why treat your spouse, your significant other like one? I see so many women who disrespect their man, you know
Hmm.
Yes.
and I just shake my head. I just shake my head. Like I said, I know this guy personally, and when his wife get mad at him, she'll take a frying pan. She had a special frying pan, and he go, yeah, she'll hit me
Woo.
behind my head. He said one time I
Mm.
got so
Wow.
dizzy, and he talked about it like it's okay. He said I got so dizzy, I didn't know where I was at, but he
He
stayed with me.
crazy.
But he loved his wife. He loved his
Right.
wife.
Wow.
You know, Men
That
be
is
more than
controlling right there now. That is very controlling.
That's some crazy love there. You letting somebody
it
hit you in
is.
the head with a frying pan.
But some people love that. Some people like that abuse.
Right.
If you don't beat
Mm,
me, you don't love me. If you
right.
don't,
Wow.
Exactly.
if you don't degrade me, you don't love me. Like I
Mm,
know a young lady right here where I live at right now, and I could not believe we sitting in the restaurant and she recording her husband everything in the book, and I couldn't take it, and I had to finally say something. I said, "How you expect for other people to treat your man like a man when you treat him less than a man?" I said, "Your man's supposed to be your king. You're supposed to respect that
right.
man."
That's
Oh,
right.
well, this is my husband. I could talk to. I'm like, you're absolutely right. This is your husband.
Ooh,
This is your husband. And I said, I feel bad for your husband. I really
that's
do.
right. That's what I said. Men get abused just like women get abused.
And like I said, it's not always physical abuse. It could be mental abuse. And in this case,
Yes,
it's a mental,
emotional abuse.
it's a
Mm,
mental abuse. And the thing is, how can you expect for someone else to respect you? Respect your husband or your man or
Mhm.
your significant other when they see that you don't respect them. You know. So I say to each his own. To each his own. But I walk
You
away
know
from
what I hate
that.
happen? Hate to see happen when people try to use what they give you to make you stay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you been bought something for someone or you did something for someone, why throw it up in their face? Keep rubbing it up in their face. Like, look. But to me, that's how
right.
they get that. That's how they have that power. They make you feel
But
like
that's
you
how
can't
they think they
belong.
have that. That's how they
Yeah, they
think they
think they have that power. They feel like
yeah.
you look. She gonna want to get that hair done. She gonna want to get those nails and this and that done.
Mm,
And they try to throw things up in your face about it just
right.
it's the ways of doing things. And you know one thing I have seen a lot of people have said, and when people say this right here, y'all, if I can't
Mm,
have you, can't nobody else have you. People need to
Yeah,
take
right.
that very seriously.
of course.
You hear what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They
Yeah.
do.
Mm,
When they tell you that there's some crazy people out here.
yes. Yes, it is. Yep.
Because I
Crazy
have
indeed.
seen a lot of people, uh Buddha, you feeling okay? You get okay then. Your
Mhm.
ex told you that? Wow. Buddha said her ex told her that if they can't have you, nobody else will.
Nobody else will.
People really, you come up, Buddha, if you want to. Uh, okay, you got my email. Okay, send me your information, TNT. I have seen when I was on this other job I used to work on, this man killed this girl because she wanted to leave him. It did like happened to you say your cousin Pamela, right? He killed her, then turned around and killed himself. Took her away from her children. See, people don't realize this stuff. When they do that to these people, it affect these children. Why you gonna hurt this lady knowing she got some small kids behind, and they gonna be hurt all over? They seeing their dad, they seeing their mom both killed. Now your children
Mhm.
left behind 9 times out of 10, when it's a two-parent, those families, somebody gonna be arguing about who's gonna get this child. Am I right, child? Unless
Mhm.
you got a
Right.
will, or
Sure.
you got something saying, this what I want. If something happened to me, I want my children to have this, or I want my children to go here. Cause people, it's a. I feel like the children get affected worse when people are being abused because they have to see their parents either get killed, they go to
Mm,
bed at night crying, getting up, going to school.
right.
Teachers gonna be, what's wrong? And if those children go to
Right.
school being that way, they are affected from this. That's why you have to be
Mm,
careful. Like I said, me and my husband ain't been no abuse relationship, but we does disagree. And my son, he be like, "Mama, what wrong?" We're not his children, but ain't nothing. Everybody gonna disagree. But I try to,
right.
especially when my children were younger, I try not to do things in front of them because it does affect them mentally. It
Right.
does. So what
Yeah,
how
it
do
does.
y'all think it affect children mentally? How y'all think?
Well, and that's why I could say I could honestly say my children never experienced me going through anything like that in my household. Because, like I said,
Right.
I left it early. I left my
Mm-hmm.
relationship at an early stage because, like I said, I was not brought up to be a punching bag, and
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so, like I said, some people is afraid to walk away, especially for the women's. They'd be like, "Well, no man not gonna want me because I got two or three, four kids, whatever the case might be." But I always say, don't worry about what the man want. What do you want? What
That's
do you,
Right.
right. That's right.
live yourself. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna survive. But you cannot survive if you stay in that relationship because if a person is abusive, if they don't get help, it's gonna become worse. Like I said, I know
Yes.
so many people. It's sad to say, but when I live in New York, I ran across a lot of people who've been through violence or my
Y'all
grown up.
talk. I gotta run to the bathroom. I be on my water. Y'all
Okay.
talk for a minute.
Yes, yes.
Well, I got to step down. I
How
got to.
you doing, Steve? How you
I'm,
doing?
I'm doing good, but I'm right
Oh,
here waiting. I'm waiting for my grandson. He get ready to get out of school now.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it's
sitting here
early.
waiting for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they get out 2:25. 2:25.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's good. I like that. See, spend time with the grandbabies. Yes.
Right. Mm.
See, it was good having you up here. You got anything coming up today? You have a link or anything? You got anything? What you got going on today? We can make sure we connect with you in
No, I ain't got
Panama. What
nothing
you
going
got
on.
going on today?
Well, he's on this morning. He was on early
You
this
was on this
morning.
Yeah,
morning. I gotta
Mhm.
I
go
did
back
a
and
live
watch.
stream. That's it.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm going. All I can do. All I'll do for the rest of the day is look at other
Well, I'm gonna
people's
have to go
videos.
back and watch the replay.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
thank
normally
you for coming up, Steve,
right,
and
and I don't
you
normally
being
come up because
grandpa. You know, I was grandma
Mm.
do this too, cause mine get out of school by what time it is? About 3. With my son here, I gotta make sure
Mm.
she get off that bus. Y'all know, look,
Right.
we be on grandparent
Mm.
duty.
Right.
thank
Well, I
God.
talk. All right. Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm getting ready to
You
jump
welcome.
down.
You're
All right.
always welcome
Okay,
to come
Steve.
over here. Y'all make sure y'all connect with Steve, everybody. Hey, Frank, good to see you. Using the background watching. Anybody else want to come up? Is anybody else an overcomer or anything? Today is Testimony Tuesday. We have had Steve Gilmore up here. He done shared some things he has overcome. And we, of course, we got my sister Panama up here. And she been sharing some things about domestic violence because October is domestic violence month. And she have shared her own story, testimony of being an overcomer. And one thing I does like about what you have said in your testimony, that you forgave him, and it take a lot to forgive someone, especially when you know they have did those things to you. I salute you, my sister,
Thank
and
you.
God knows your heart. I mean, I see the things you does on your channel. You're always helping and you reaching. You have your channel about like mine. You always have open doors for people to come up,
Yes.
share, share their feelings, talk about it.
Right.
Some
And
people
I
can talk about it and some can't. Because what you said today, a lot of people probably couldn't come up here and say, yes,
and I
I
always
went
tell
through this at an
people
early age.
and I always tell people that you're gonna forgive, but for me, I will never forget. I always tell people, I always point to the back of my wall. I said we all got skeletons in our closet,
That's
and
right.
you might not be ready to release them. Release them one at a
Mm-hmm.
time. You know, every
That's right.
year I do stress, depression, and suicide. You'd be
Mm-hmm.
surprised how many people be on that level because they don't know how to
Yes.
deal. They don't know how to deal with reality. Like I said, I can talk about domestic violence. Like I said, I was a teenager going through it. In my
Mm-hmm.
adult life, I refuse to allow myself to go through. See, we go through things because we don't understand them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how can they abuse me? They say they love me. First of
That's
all, the
right.
person the abusee had to first learn how to love their self. That's what that's
Absolutely.
that's where that comes from.
Absolutely.
They have to learn to love their self. A lot of times you don't love yourself. How can you love others? You know, you
That's
don't you
it.
don't, you don't
That's
hurt the
it right
person.
there. You gotta love yourself. You
You
got
don't
to
hurt the
love
person that you
yourself.
love, but you've been hurt so much. That's all you know. You know, because I had someone tell me, well, I was not brought up on love. All I saw was abuse in my household.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their way of showing love. You know, I hear women say, well, he don't love me, he don't hit me, he don't yell at me, he don't do this. Oh, he's soft, he's a punk, because they're
Mm-hmm.
not used to that type of lifestyle. So you say, well, he loved me, but that's the way they was brought up. You know, no, but that's not how you was brought up. So where do it stop? Because I remember to tell this young lady, you have to change it. You have your own family now.
That's right.
Change. You could, like I always tell people, if there's something in your life you do not like, you can change it. You have to want to make those changes. If you're not ready to make
Absolutely.
those changes, guess what? They're gonna follow you until the day that you die, and they're gonna be like a domino effect. Okay, you see your especially women's. You have your daughter. Men's. I hate to say it, but men's do go through it. It's just that they keep it to a hush hush because they are
Yeah,
men. They don't know. But a
they
girl,
will.
right? But a girl gonna show it because you know how many times that daughter gonna run home to you. How many
Junior,
times
want to come in and speak to everybody?
yeah. How many times would they leave their home and run back home to their parents' house? Because why? And then once they are all healed up, your parents say you don't have to go home. But no, but I love him. You go back home, it'd be nice, it'd be real good for the first month or two, right?
Yeah.
Real nice for the first month or two. And then let me put this on mute because they're
And
gonna
see,
stop.
they do all they can to get you, but when they get you there, they start flipping. If you got me there, do all you can to make sure you keep me. Don't try to throw things in my face or try to abuse me with words and talk about what you bought me last week and things in that order, because that is all part of being abused. Words does hurt. I don't care what nobody say. Words does hurt. And if anybody else want to come up, this is Panama up here. And again, happy birthday to SL Effect. Happy birthday, brother. That's Ruthie husband. Frank, did you want to come up? I know Frank was telling me he had been in an abusive relationship one time. I don't know if he want to come up. He said he's in the background. Anybody else is a overcomer that wants to share their testimony, you're welcome to come up here. No one be judged over here. And again, I want to remind all the Georgia Troopers, the water in the watchtower. We're on day 2. We're on Six Bowls playlist. It was mine yesterday. If y'all in the challenge, just continue to watch the playlist. We're helping everybody with their watch hours, views, and just staying connected. Anybody else want to come up? Anybody else want to share anything that you have overcome, whether it's from your health, it's something you have prayed about that you've been praying about for days, and it just happened. That is a testimony. Whenever you can pray about something, whenever you can turn to God and ask Him for anything, and you receive it. It might not come when you want it, but you know it's come. That's why I always say it might not come when you want it, but it come right on time. So God is so good. I thank Him for His grace and mercy, because 2 weeks ago I was feeling so bad, and then I still deal with other issues. But I know God is my healer. I know He's my savior. Only thing I got to do is keep on trusting Him and just keep taking one day at a time. That's all we can do, y'all. Just take one day at a time, and that's all we can do. We cannot predict things. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. That's why I said do not put out things for tomorrow, what we can do today, because tomorrow is not promised to none of us. Tomorrow is not promised to none of us. It's still a lot going on out there with that COVID, the flu out there, all kind of things out there. We just still have to just take those precautions. Keep washing your hands, wear your mask if you choose to. Just be safe out there. Just be safe out there. I don't know what happened to Panama. She probably had a phone call and thing. Y'all can make sure y'all hit those like button, shares, subscribe. If you want to support me, you can check out my website. If you want to support me in my channel, I have my super chats. I have my cash app. Anything in that order is up to you if you want to do that. Anything that go to this channel, go to me. I have it signed up for my grandkids and things to get and work on things for my channel. Anything that you want to do, I would appreciate it. I'm gonna go around and check out everybody, see what everybody been doing today. I see Sarah was doing some things early this morning. I missed that live. I did get a chance to see some of her videos. She's always putting out different things. You said EATA tomorrow. And thank you, Steve. Y'all make sure y'all connect with Steve. He's an awesome brother. He be putting out that positive talk over there. I seen him tap dance. I know I've been seeing it, but Saturday I just sat there and I just looked at him. He was in that groove, y'all. I said, look at Steve over there. So he does it every Saturday night. Y'all make sure y'all don't miss those shows. I think I follow some awesome people over here. I love my boys over here. All of us, everybody on my channel has their own channel, and everybody has something to offer. So y'all make sure y'all connect with them. Uh, oh Lord, she always surprising me with some, y'all. She said I got some on the way. All right, Cher, told you not spoiling me, girl. Panama, you still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I thought maybe you had left one time, but Panama,
Yeah,
I love you so much, and you
thank
you
you.
just a blessing. I'm so glad I was able to meet you. I admire your strength. I admire the things you does on your channel. So I know you got some things coming up tonight. I know you normally do stuff every day. So what you got going on
Yeah.
tonight?
Well, tonight is entrepreneur night.
Okay,
Trying to
what
encourage
you have
people.
the link, the time, you can put it in the chat.
Yes, it's at
Um,
8 p.m. It's at
mhm.
8 p.m. I don't even think I even set up the post. Yeah, I
I
don't
be
even
trying
think.
to keep up with you. I missed your karaoke last night. I'm gonna surprise you. I ain't gonna tell you when, but I'm gonna surprise you. I'm just gonna come up down the front. You know, I've been having so many. I had to get my child. That flu almost just.
Yeah.
That flu was something serious, girl.
Wow. Yeah, it's not
But,
easy. Yeah. I mean, I
uh,
try to do things every night. Now, like
yeah.
I said, I saw you on. I said, okay, let me come on because I'm trying. I'm not trying to tell nobody else what to do on their channel, but this is what I'm doing on my channel. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is my day. So I
Mm,
try to catch everybody live before 12 o'clock. So
mm,
it's after 12, of course. Well, I'm on a different time zone, probably from some of you guys, but it's still after
mm.
12 for me. And I was in my backyard, so I got to go back out there.
What you been back there working?
Oh, yeah. I had to take a breather. So I came up here and I saw you was live. I said, okay, let me come take a breather and catch your live. I'm going back out
It's
there.
pretty today too. Ain't this weather crazy?
Well, it been up in
This,
the 80s. Yeah, it been in the
mm,
80s here forever. So
this is
I'm not.
Panama up, everybody. She have. Thank you, Ruthie. I got a super chat. Look, I gotta get used to looking.
Yes.
I gotta get used to it. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, thank you.
That's
Um,
right. You could get super checks now, right? There you go.
yeah,
Look,
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a Georgia Trooper
yeah.
monetized party. I'm just gonna do a little appreciation, just do some little stuff. You know how we do.
But are you
Uh,
monetized yet? Complete. Are you monetized yet?
I got one more step to go. I haven't got. I mean, they said something about I gotta send. I gotta send my address and all that stuff. That's the last step, right?
Because I did everything in 3 days. Because see,
Okay.
I already had my absence. So once you get your absence,
Right, yeah, I got all that set up.
right?
It's showing. They
Um,
sent me an email saying that I was a partner, uh, and everything, but I
okay,
haven't received anything yet. I haven't because I
right.
just been monetized with about a week.
Cause they gotta send you your code in the mail. Do you get your
Yeah,
code?
see, I haven't gotten all that yet,
Okay, yeah, you
but
can
they
get it in the
did
mail.
send
So check
their
your
emails.
mailbox. Check your
Um,
mailbox. Check your mailbox. Cause they're gonna email you, but you're also gonna get in your mail. They're gonna send you a number in your mailbox.
mhm. Yeah, I
Maybe like
haven't gotten it yet, but they did email me and congratulated me and told me I was a YouTube partner. And
okay.
that's when I hooked up this super chat thing. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm trying to remember how do you set up. It's been so long. It feels like it's been forever, but I haven't been a mod that long, believe it or not. But it just feel like it's been forever. And I'm just trying to remember. I have to go back and look. What steps
Yeah,
did I?
they just told me right now I guess they gotta send me like you said, the information so I can know what to send the funds to or whatever.
No,
That's the step.
they're gonna send you an email, and when you get your
Mhm.
email, they're gonna give you a they're gonna no they're gonna tell you they're gonna send you an email, but you're gonna get this letter in the mail, and in that mail gonna have like 6 digits or something like it gonna be numbers. It's gonna be in
Mhm.
big
Yeah,
bold
I
numbers.
haven't gotten it yet. I haven't
Yeah,
gotten it
so
yet.
once you get those numbers because they're gonna remind you. They're gonna remind you that that you have to set up. Because it gonna tell if you look to the right in your studio, it's gonna tell you the steps you have to go through.
Mhm.
I don't remember the steps now because it's been a while, but it's going to be in the last column. It would tell you exactly what steps you need to go through.
Yeah. Yeah, but they did send me an email, congratulated me, and told me, I was a partner and just, just
Mhm.
waiting on, I guess, waiting on the envelope, like you said. I think Miss Key had told me about it too, about
Right.
I get something from in the mail. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because they
I'm
gonna send you an
learning.
email. They're
I'm
gonna tell you.
learning.
They're gonna send you an email too to let you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I'm like, because I'm like, why I'm not a why I'm not monetized yet? Because I didn't check my mailbox. I mean, my actual mailbox. I'm thinking they talk about email, but
Mm-hmm.
no, they're gonna send you an email, but they're gonna actually send you a physical letter.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you check your mailbox. Check your
Yeah.
mailbox.
But I want to ask you, what would you tell someone that's going through domestic violence today? Because I know you want to get back to your yard, and
Yes, I
what would
gotta
you
go.
tell some? What word of encouragement would you tell someone that's going through domestic violence but afraid to speak out? And I know they have those hotline numbers and different things like that. And I'm gonna tell someone, if you know somebody that's in danger, help them. Help them.
Mhm.
Maybe you can talk to them. If they don't want to go forward and tell them, at least be there for them. That's what I would say. What would you say?
I'm gonna say this. One, is it gonna be harsh when I say this? It's like a drug user. It's like an alcoholic. A person
Mm-hmm.
who's going through any type of domestic violence, no matter how much you try to help them, they're gonna go back. They're not gonna stop until they are ready to stop. You can't badger them because they're already being abused mentally as well. So you're like, girl,
Yeah.
you should know better. Why are you letting yourself go through that? But he loves me. You need to walk away. You could tell them that over and over again. You could say you could come and stay with me. You could tell them all of that. But not until they are ready to leave it alone, they're not gonna leave it. Only thing I'm gonna say to you is hold on to your faith. If you believe,
Yes.
you know that you had enough. I always tell people, hold on to your faith. I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all probably never heard me say. When I left, the only way I was able to get out of my domestic violence, I had to leave my son behind. He said, "You want to leave? You can leave, but you can't take my son." That's what he told me. And
What?
yeah. And I said, okay. But see, I knew him, but it could have backfired. It could have backfired. I knew him. I knew him. I said, okay, my mother done thought I was crazy. How you gonna leave your son? One thing about him, he's an overprotector. Even when it comes to me, he was very
Mm-hmm.
overprotective. So I knew he would not put my son in anybody's hands, because he could not go to work and watch his son at the same time. So what he had to do, he had to give him back to me. Because he knew I'm going to make sure nothing happened to his son, you know. So it was a chance that I took because it could have backfired. But he didn't have that family.
Wow.
He trust enough to watch his son. I mean, he loved his parents and stuff, but he knew that he did not have that person in his life that he would have trust to take care of his son.
Yes.
So I took a gamble. Yes, I did. He made me write a letter. Because back in the days, it was
What?
different. I had to write a letter saying that I turned my son over to him. Yeah.
Wow.
If you wanted to take me to court, and I could have said I was, and I told the police that I feared for my life, and I felt
Mm-hmm.
that if I try to take my son, he was going to hurt both of us. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt like the best thing for me to do is to leave my son, and I just prayed on it. I just prayed that he would turn. He kept him for one whole week. That's all he kept him. He kept him for a week.
Wow, Lee.
He said I felt that his a child should be with the mother. Like I said, it could have backfired, but God was good.
Yes, it could
I was
have.
even though I was young, I really didn't understand God back then because I was a teenager. I was a teenager, so I didn't know all of that. I was raised in a very Christian family, but
Mm-hmm.
all that goes out the window when you think you're grown. I thought I was grown. I thought I knew it all. Never be afraid to ask for help.
That's
Never be
right.
afraid
That's
to ask.
right.
You know, my mother would say, "A hard head make a soft behind," and believe me, my behind is real soft now because I learned a whole lot. I learned a whole lot in my time.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so I always tell people, sometimes you have to do this: shut your mouth and lend your ears. Just listen
Mm-hmm.
to that person. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Sometimes don't even give advice, because sometimes you could feel like you're doing the right thing by giving them advice, but you could be hurting them at the same time. You know, like
Yes.
anybody, I'm not a psychiatrist. I could tell you all I could tell you is my testimony of what I've
That's
been
right.
through.
That's what I be
All
saying
you,
too.
all you can do is say, well, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. But don't ever say, well, I did this, so you need to go and do that. Now that
Mhm.
person go and they follow them and they kill them. You have that on the rest on your
That's
conscience
why
of
I
the
always say too. This is for educational entertainment purpose. It's for to inspire myself along with others. Cause what like your testimony. There's somebody out there gonna probably listen at your testimony, and they're gonna give them that strength to either know how to deal with it, either walk away or face it. You know what I'm saying? Because like my channel and your channel, we try to put things out that gonna help us too. It ain't just like we trying to get in people's business or trying to
Mhm.
tell others what to do, because we all have had trials and tribulations. We
Yes,
all go through these things. So
yes. Because I
I
remember
admire your strength
it's
and
a young man that I knew. Mm.
mhm,
And I remember we was at work, and he always used to tease me because he was married, and I don't talk to nobody else's husband. I said, I can't talk to you. You're a married man. And I remember one day he came to me. He said, "See, I'm not married no more. I'm not married no more." He showed me. He took his ring off. He wasn't married no
mhm,
more.
yeah.
That weekend, everybody was going out, and they said, "Come on, come and hang out with us." For some reason, I did not go out with them that night. I did not
Mhm.
go. Um, the next morning, I heard they said, "You heard what happened?" I'm like, "No, what happened?" He went by his ex because, like I said, they're no longer together.
Mhm.
Well, technically, they were still legally married, but they were separated. He saw his wife in the car with another man. He walked up to the car, shot them both.
Woo. Lord
He
have
killed,
mercy.
he killed the man. His wife
Hold
survived.
on. Julia. Hold on.
He
Go
he
ahead.
he ran away. He ran away, and of course, you know, the police was called. And when the police came, he pulled his gun out on the police.
I got a phone call. I'll be right back, Panama.
He turned he ran to the police. He put a gun out on the police. The police shot him. They killed him. Found out that the gun was empty. And, they called it that's suicide from by another. He did not take his own life. He allowed someone else to take his life. Yes, it's crazy. And I think about him all the time. I'm not gonna say all the time. I just thought about him for this moment. You never know what a person is going through. And I would say, thank God. Yes, the young man that he shot, he died, but his wife lived. Can you imagine?
Jesus.
Those his children would have lost both of the parents, but the mother did.
Wow.
The mother did survive, but the guy only gave the girl a ride home from work. He gave her a
Mm.
ride home from work, and he was that jealous. He thought his wife was cheating on him with somebody else, but
Oh my
all this guy
God.
did give her a ride home from work, and he shot them both. But like I said,
Mm.
the guy died, his wife lived, and he was killed by the police officer.
Oh
But
my God.
when the police
Oh,
felt bad because the gun was empty. That would you call suicide by another. Some people just don't want to live. They just don't want to live. So
Wow.
that is, like I
Woo.
said, that's why, guys, I always tell people, don't joke with me when you say I'm going to kill myself. I take suicide very heavy. For those who don't know, I lost my brother last year to suicide.
Yeah, I know
So
you was
yeah,
telling
so
me.
I
And I
I don't
know
take
that
like
y'all
nothing.
was probably I know y'all was close and everything when you
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, like I said, and like I said, you never know. You never know what another person is going through. You could say, and this will drive me crazy when people say, "Oh, I feel you. I know how you feel." No, you don't. We are two different
Oh,
individuals. You don't know what's going through my mind. You might think you know because you probably went through something like mine, but we all react
yeah.
different to any situation. You know, we all act different. I would never thought I'd talk to this guy that night because we were always at work and they always going to hang out.
Mhm,
And he hung out with them. And what happened?
mhm.
They all got drunk. And guys, that's the worst thing you can do is get drunk and you have a lot of thing on your mind because you never. That's
Woo.
that's where that's where all the boldness comes from. You drink it,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and that second person that's in your head say, "Oh man, go ahead, you can do this." you can go ahead, just go and do it. So if you're gonna do something, thankful for being in your right state of mind. And like I said, reach out for help. There's always someone
That's
out there to
right. That's
do.
right.
Reach out for help. Yes. But I'm not gonna stay here because George and I we can talk. Yes, we can.
We two talkers.
Yes,
But
we
I
are.
have enjoyed you and thank you for sharing. You are a overcomer. You keep doing what you're doing on your channel because you're spreading awareness over there with about suicide awareness. You're doing all kind of different things over there. And y'all make sure y'all connect with Panama because she also has different things going on her channel. She has a membership. She also has a boutique too. And I gotta get something. I like them little lions. What you been having up there lately, girl? I gotta check your
Oh,
shop.
I'm always dropping something on my channel. I just
Me
dropped
too.
something.
I just be
Look, you inspiring me because I'm like, man, she is so creative. I had to become creative, so I had to sit my mind down, not sit my body down. I had to sit my
sometimes
mind.
I just be working those fingers, honey. I just gotta make
Yeah,
them sales.
yes. So that's what I did. I just sat down and I said, I am going to do this. I'm going to become creative. So every so often, I might hear something. I say, oh, that make a nice T-shirt. That make a nice
Yeah,
logo.
you know how we do. But I have enjoyed your presence today, and I hope that someone watches this live that is going through domestic violence and is a overcomer. If you can't just I hope this live helps someone. And you are overcomer. And I'm glad to have met you. And you keep doing what you're doing, my sister. Y'all make sure y'all connect with Panama. This is real life what we're talking about. It ain't no play. Domestic
Yes,
violence is not a play thing. This is
yes.
happening all over the world. And I appreciate you. So what you gotta do in that yard? I know you be out there mowing, grass. You be doing it all. You doing
I'm
it
trying.
all.
I'm trying not even think about it right now. I
You
try.
got a lot to do.
I got a second dog now, right?
For
So
real.
that little monster, she's a monster. She's up there dig. I gotta go and patch back my hose because I think she thinks she's a what you call a gopher. What you call that thing that dig up like a.
Uh,
I think she thinks she's one of those because she leaving patches all through my yard. So I have to go there and thank God I don't have to cut no grass. But yeah, I gotta go and patch up my hose and everything else because she's digging underneath my neighbor fence. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta go and do some work today. But I want to say thank you for having me up here
you're
and
welcome. You know I'm gonna have to come. You know I'm coming over. You know I'll be over. You know how you look. You put me on the spot. I didn't know you was coming up here for real, but you came on up here. But
yeah,
I
because I always gotta me. I try to support whenever I can.
yeah, I know, and you're good at supporting, and I appreciate you. And you keep doing what you're doing. Don't you get too hot out there in that yard now.
Yeah, it's hot out there.
It's like the sun is shining pretty hot out there. And that's how we get sick too. We got to dress according to the weather and sweating and all that. But thank you for coming up here, gracing us with
You are
your
so welcome.
testimony. You are overcomer. I admire your strength. And y'all make sure y'all connect with my sister, Panama. And if you got your link for your live for this afternoon, put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Make sure
Well,
everybody come
I
on.
didn't even set up yet, but it's entrepreneur night, and I do have a second channel that I'm trying
Oh,
to
thank
get
you.
up and running to put all the yeah. So you are doing an
Thank you for
amazing
the
job.
super chat. I gotta do me a little thank you song or something. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you,
you're so welcome. You are doing an amazing job here on your
thank you.
channel.
I'm trying. See you.
And
You inspires me to,
you
you
inspire
know,
me. Yes,
you
and
inspire. You
listen, for
inspire
her,
me.
she is a every woman. She definitely is.
I do it all, girl. I
Yes.
preach.
And
I
like
do
I
it
say,
all.
right, and I would say good things come to those who wait. Guys, if you're not where you want to be yet, time will come.
Mhm.
Just don't
That's
give up.
right.
Never
Thank
be
you
a
for
quitter.
telling them that.
Yes. Never be a
That's why
quitter.
you see me doing the watch hour challenge. Because I tell the mods, mostly the mods over here, I call the mods over here Georgia Troopers. Like you got the go getters.
Right.
We the
Yeah.
Georgia Troopers over here.
Well,
And I
I'm gonna
told
say
them, even
mhm,
though I got where I'm at, if I am monetized, I won't forget about them. I'm going to
exactly,
always try to support
exactly.
and help others
Yes,
because that's the
yes.
person I am.
Well, I'm
Numbers
gonna
won't
say
change me.
right, I'm gonna say this to y'all, then I'm gonna jump off. all of you guys that's doing live
Peter,
stream,
call Peter for me.
all of y'all that's doing live stream, try to have something where people gonna leave comments, because having a live stream, I'm sorry, not live stream, I'm sorry. Everyone that's doing a silent stream,
Mm-hmm.
it does, you're not going to get your hours if nobody is participating in your chat. So make sure that you're going to put something in your live, in your silent stream. They're going to have people to react, because that's
Mm-hmm.
what they're looking at. They want to see those numbers rolling. All right, and that's why I tell people, if I'm going to do a silent stream, I'm not worried about my numbers. I'm going to do it late at night. But you're trying to get
Mm-hmm.
your watch hours, and you wonder why your watch hours not moving, because you don't have no interaction in your chat. So you want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you keep that going. Put something, put a question, put something in your silent stream that make people going to react to it. You know, don't just put something in bubbles or whatever just flowing and nobody's reacting to it. If
Yeah.
you look at, and you can always come back and check and say, wow, I only got one or two people on my live. That's only you have one or two people. That because you don't have nothing they're gonna want them to stay. Now I do know a few people, and you could go and look at their channel, and they don't have
Mm-hmm.
to. But their channel is very engaging. Where you want to, like, okay, I have something I want to look at. I want to have something I want to participate with. Like I said, there are some amazing people who does live stream during the daytime
Mm-hmm.
that make you want to be part of it. And that's what you want to do. Don't just put a blank page up there and say, watch WH. Who want to
Mm-hmm.
sit there and watch a WH and have nothing going on it?
I hear
I'm a
what you're
busy
saying.
person.
I hear what
I'm
you're
keeping it
saying.
real. I'm a busy person, so I do want to help you. But if
Mm-hmm.
nobody is leaving no comments in your chat, you're just wasting your hours. And try not to go over. Now, I always say 12 hours, but I was told it's 11 hours and 59 minutes. Try not
Mm-hmm.
to make your live stream go over that 12-hour, because you're going to lose your hours. I'm just saying. That's just me. I'm just trying to give y'all some
I
points.
hear you. I hear you. Girl, I didn't know. I know. I done did some long nights, and I
Yeah.
know. But yeah, but I thank you for coming up here, just sharing your testimony, your overcoming. Thank you for giving advice on, because you've been on YouTube a while. You know how this watch out. You know how all this work. And so for the ones like you said that's out there, don't give up. Like y'all was telling me, keep on pushing. That's what I be telling the
That's
mods
right.
over here.
Yes. Keep on
Y'all
pushing.
day coming. Good things
Yes.
come to those who wait.
And I
You
like
just
and I
go over
like the
here.
new name. Yes, I like your new name that you're giving out for everyone to join in. Yes.
Yeah, the Georgia Troop. I haven't got my John button. I don't know when I get it, but I think it'll be a while. I don't know how long it take to get the membership thing going, but hopefully one day I will
Check,
get it.
check your email, check your mailbox, because
Yeah,
remember
I've been
your notification, because you already got your absence set up already,
mm-hmm.
because you already had, and it was easy because you already had a store,
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I got my
always
store hooked
once
up to it. That's what I
right,
like too. I already got that hooked up.
right.
I'm
So you,
learning. I'm
yeah,
learning a
so
lot
you
of things.
do
And Miss Key have helped me out a whole lot too. She helped me
mhm,
out with like things I don't understand. I know I can always either ask you or someone that already have did some of these things.
mhm,
Because I'm learning about this.
yes.
Ooh,
And
it's
I want
some
to say
work.
you and Miss Keys, y'all doing an awesome job on helping getting the watch hours up, guys. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna step down, because I know a lot of people who go to help other people grow their channel. Then you forget about those who help you get there. Don't do that. You
Yeah,
know, like I said, as your channel grow, you're not gonna be able to visit everyone all the time,
that's
but at least
right.
visit them sometime. Let them know, hey, I did not forget you.
That's
Still
right.
show them
That's what I
love.
say. I won't forget about. That's one thing. You see them always over here. I try to salute everybody.
Right.
Because I
And
know what I
can I
know
say
where I came
this?
from. You see what I'm saying? I know
Right.
where I came from.
Yes, I remember George and I was like on the bottom of the token pole together for a long time.
A
We
long
did that for a
time.
long
A
time, yes.
long time.
And
Look.
I always say this: my time will come when it's my time. Your time will come when it's your
Hmm.
time. You got to
And you
be
see what they doing now? People getting super what they call it, getting community wall at
with
I mean,
100,
I'm not knocking no one,
100.
but ooh,
And they add to that. Somebody just sent me a video a few maybe less than an hour ago. There's some more
mm,
changes coming up.
uh,
So check your studio. They just dropped another video.
What?
It's a more. I was watching it before I came on. Wait a minute, where did I do it? There
Wow. I
are
mean,
some
things are
good
different, but it's working better for people that have small, and that's good. But it
It's
took me
good.
a while to get that
But you know
community
what?
wall. Woo,
It's
Lord.
good and it's bad because anything that sounds too good is something else coming behind it. Don't get too happy because look at it now. When you drop your video, you gotta answer all these questions now. Because now if you
I gotta
if
go
you
check that out.
oh yeah, when you once you become monetized,
Yeah,
once you once you become
I
monetized,
see it's a lot
they,
to.
and you
Yeah.
get ready to post a video, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna ask you 1,001 questions first, and you have to, if there's something that you violated in it, let them know. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you click that box, say none, none of that apply to you. Guess what? If there's something in your video, you're gonna get a. I don't want to say because I don't want to jinx myself. Right now, all
Yeah,
you're
I know
doing,
every time I do a video live, the box come up. I go
right,
over there and I have to hit
right,
the box.
right.
I
But
mean,
you
I
gotta
done
be
learned a lot
like I
since
said,
I
but you want,
have.
yeah, but you got to be careful because this is my opinion. I don't know is it going to happen like this, but you got to
Mm-hmm.
remember, you know, to get a copyright claim, that's different. You can get
Mm-hmm.
those all day. To be honest with you, copyright claim is not going to hurt you. What you don't
Yeah,
want to get is a strike. You don't
I
want to get
know.
a
That's why
strike.
you see I ain't been playing that much music because I see now you can't play a whole lot of
But
unless you don't want to get paid or whatever.
they bringing in more music every month. They bring in new music. So I always tell people, I'm gonna tell you to be honest with you. I try to use YouTube music on my TikTok. Guess what I got? I got a
What?
claim against me. See, that's what I'm saying.
What?
Yeah, every social media has their own set of music. So now
Yeah, yeah.
I tried it just for the fun of it to see what was going to happen. I took one of YouTube music and put it on TikTok, and they muted my video, so I had to
Mhm.
go back in and add one of their songs to it. I had to delete the
Yeah,
song that I had.
I had to go change my.
Right. So the best thing I would say for you guys, if you are on different social media and you want to drop videos, every social media has their own music. Use their music. And then if you want to take that same video and put it onto YouTube, before you submit that video, change the music in it. Put YouTube music in it. This way you'll have no problem. And that's it. I said enough for the day. And I want to say thank you, Georgia girl, for
Well,
having me
thank
up.
you, thank
I'm
you.
coming. I'm
Cause you
coming
know how
down.
we
I'll
we'll
be
talk.
down
You
to
know what? Me and you got to just do a day.
you.
I don't
I
know
don't
for
know if
our
it's
time.
I don't know if it's on my end, but you break it up. You cracking up. Is it me? Am I clear? Because you crack it up on my end.
Am I? You can hear me now?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You going in and out. You going in and out now. Is it me, guys, or is it her? I'm not sure. It might be on my end.
But we'll do this again. I'm gonna
Okay.
come and visit your home next. Okay?
I'll be in Georgia this weekend. I'm gonna be there for about a week
Okay.
because one of my friends, he's a director. He got a movie coming out, so I'm coming down to support him. So I will be in Georgia this weekend, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Everyone
All
have a
right. You be
good
careful
day.
now. Thank you for coming over, and I appreciate you for
All
gracing
right,
us with your
all right. Take care.
testimony.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That was. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't know if I'm breaking up. Can y'all hear me? Thank y'all. Thanks, Panama, for coming up here. I would appreciate uh, Steve for coming up here today. And like I said, we never know what a person might be going through. We don't walk their shoes. We're not in their path. I'm waking up. Hold up. I'm gonna go out and come back. I'll be right back. Can y'all hear me now? I'm still breaking up. I guess it let me know it's time to end. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Y'all still can't hear me that good? It's okay. But yeah, I guess it's how the internet sometimes. But I want to thank everybody that did come over today. Hey, Jazz, good to see you. We had Panama up here. We had Steve up here, and I do this every Tuesday. I'm always have an open panel whenever I do go live, regardless of what my subject is. You're always welcome. You messed up again. I guess it's time for me to go, y'all. It want to echo right long now. It acting up again. I guess it's the service. It's the service. I probably. All right, y'all. I'm finna get ready to go. Like things trying to act up right longer now. I enjoyed everybody. Y'all continue to have a blessed day. Stay encouraged and always stay prayed up. I think today was a pretty good show. Shout out to Panama and everyone for coming over today. It's good and clear. I don't know. I think it's the service call. Sometimes that tower it didn't act up pretty good. And y'all, let's wish SL another. Let's wish SL Effect. The day is his birthday. Y'all show SL Effect happy birthday. If y'all connected with him, if you're not, make sure you go over and connect with him. He is Ruthie's husband, and Ruthie is one of my mods over here. He's also a job the troop over here. So y'all wish him a happy birthday. Wish SL a happy birthday. Okay, Buddha, did you want to come up? Are you feeling, Buddha? Did you want to come up? Can y'all hear me? Did you want to come up, Buddha? How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling good. Y'all should SL a happy birthday. Y'all make sure y'all go there and connect with SL. I'm crackling. Okay. I'll fix the girl. All right, y'all. Okay, okay, Buddha. Everyone be blessed. Stay encouraged and stay safe. And thanks for the ones that shared out. And I'll see y'all on the next go round. Bye. Bye. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check with SL. Effect. You said wait. What's up? What, Buddha? And if y'all in the watch our channel, make sure y'all watch everybody. Super chat. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Don't forget, y'all in the watch all challenge. Don't forget to watch the playlist. We're on day 2. All right.